Imagine being 20 years old, walking into a 7-Eleven with $5 in your pocket, and walking out as one of the richest people in the state of Florida. That's exactly what happened to Shane Missler. But the moment he got the money, he vanished. No interviews, no sightings, no social media. Just gone. And nobody has seen him since. The life before. Before the money, before the mystery, Shane Missler was about as ordinary as it gets. He was 20 years old, living in Port Richey, Florida, a quiet coastal town in Pasco County, where most people spend their days working jobs they don't love and dreaming about something bigger. Shane was no different. He worked in background screening, not exactly the kind of job you tell people about at parties. He lived a low-key life with his family on Flagler Drive, and by all accounts, he was a good kid. His neighbors described his family as really, really good people. No drama, no headlines, just a young guy trying to figure out his life, same as millions of others his age. But on the night of January 5th, 2018, Shane did something he'd probably done dozens of times before. He stopped at the 7-Eleven on Ridge Road, spent $5 he'd just won from a scratch-off ticket, and bought a Quick Pick Mega Millions ticket. He didn't pick the numbers, the machine did. And that random slip of paper was about to change everything. The night everything shifted. The Mega Millions drawing happened just after 11 p.m. on January 5th, 2018. The winning numbers were 28, 30, 39, 59, 70, and Mega Ball 10. And for a few days, nobody came forward. The jackpot sat at $451 million, the fourth largest Mega Millions prize in history at that point. And the winning ticket was just out there somewhere, unclaimed. Then, 33 minutes after the drawing, something happened. A Facebook post appeared. 3 words. Oh my God. That was Shane. He knew. He just didn't tell anyone else yet. 8 days later, on January 13th, 2018, Shane Missler walked into the Florida Lottery headquarters in Tallahassee. Not as himself exactly. He came in as the managing member of a company called Secret 007 LLC, a private entity his Tampa Bay attorney, Walt Blenner, had set up specifically to claim the prize and shield his identity, as much as Florida law would allow. He took the lump sum. The full jackpot was $451 million. The lump sum before taxes came out to exactly $281,874,999. After federal taxes, and Florida has no state income tax, which was a lucky break, Shane walked away with an estimated $170 million in his pocket. He was 20 years old. He had just retired from his background screening job. And through Blenner, he released one single statement to the press. "I'm only 20, but I hope to use it to pursue a variety of passions, help my family, and do some good for humanity." That was it. That was the last time the world heard from Shane Missler. And what happened next, or rather what didn't happen, is what makes this story so strange. The golden window. What we do know is this: Shane had plans. Big ones. He told his attorney he wanted to buy a home in Tampa, a significant upgrade from Port Richey. He wanted to take care of his father and his brother. He wanted to pursue his passions, whatever those were. And he wanted to build a financial legacy that would last. With an estimated $170 million after taxes, he had every tool to do exactly that. For context, $170 million is enough to potentially buy several luxury waterfront properties in Tampa Bay. It's the kind of money that, if managed properly, could generate millions in returns every single year without ever touching the principal. It's generational wealth, if you don't make catastrophic mistakes. And Shane seemed to understand that from day one. Unlike so many lottery winners who blow through their winnings in a matter of years, Shane set up a proper legal structure before he even touched the money. The Secret 007 LLC wasn't just a cool name. It was a deliberate financial and legal shield. He had an attorney. He had a plan. He was 20 years old and already thinking like someone who wanted to keep the money, not just spend it. His attorney, Walt Blenner, gave one interview to the Tampa Bay Times shortly after the claim, and what he said was striking. "Your old life is gone and you can never go back to that life. It will never be the same." He also warned, "The world is full of people who would do anything to sue a lottery winner." Those weren't just words, they were a roadmap for what came next. Shane's family relocated from Port Richey almost immediately. His mother had already expressed concern about strangers approaching after the win became public, and that concern was completely justified. Within days of the announcement, fake social media accounts started appearing across Facebook and Instagram, impersonating Shane and promising cash giveaways to followers. Hundreds of people fell for it. The real Shane? He wasn't on any of those platforms. He had already gone dark. No verified Instagram, no Twitter, no TikTok, no YouTube, no interviews, no magazine spreads. In an era where everyone documents everything, Shane Missler chose to document nothing. The silence deepens. Now you might be thinking, okay, he just wanted privacy. Fair enough. But the complete silence? For years? That's not just privacy. That's a disappearing act. And it raises a question nobody has been able to answer. Where exactly did Shane Missler go? Here's what makes his disappearance different from other lottery winners who simply keep a low profile. Most winners, even the private ones, leave some kind of trail. A property record, a business filing, a court document, a neighbor who talks. Something. With Shane, the trail goes almost completely cold after January 2018. No verified property purchases in his name have surfaced publicly. No business ventures tied to him have been reported. No lawsuits, no scandals, no arrests, no obituaries, nothing. By 2023, 5 full years after the win, not a single verified sighting, post, or public record has surfaced anywhere. And that silence cuts both ways. On one hand, it could mean Shane did everything right. He took the money, invested it quietly, moved somewhere private, and is living exactly the life he described. Pursuing passions, helping his family, doing good for humanity, just without an audience. That would actually be the smartest move any lottery winner has ever made. But on the other hand, the complete absence of any information also means there's no way to verify that things went well. Because here's the uncomfortable truth about sudden wealth at age 20. The statistics are not kind. Studies show that a significant portion of lottery winners experience severe financial and emotional difficulties within the first 5 years. Isolation, broken relationships, poor investment decisions, predatory advisors. The pressure of managing generational wealth with no experience is something most people, regardless of age, are completely unprepared for. Shane had no public support system, no mentor who had been through it, no community of people who understood what he was going through. Just a 20-year-old, $170 million, and a company called Secret 007. The chaos around the silence. The fake accounts were just the beginning of the chaos that surrounded Shane's win, even if Shane himself wasn't there to see most of it. Within weeks of the announcement, scammers across the country were using his name and photo to run elaborate schemes. They'd message people on Facebook claiming to be Shane Missler, telling them they'd been selected to receive a portion of his winnings. All they had to do was send a small processing fee. Hundreds of people sent money. The Tampa Bay Times reported on multiple victims who lost money to these scams. The real Shane had no way to stop it, because he had no verified platform to speak from. Meanwhile, the 7-Eleven on Ridge Road in Port Richey became something of a local landmark. The store received a $100,000 bonus from the Florida lottery for selling the winning ticket. People drove from across the state to buy tickets there, convinced the location was somehow lucky. The store owner gave interviews. The neighborhood talked. Everyone had a Shane story, except Shane. His attorney, Walt Blenner, was one of the last people publicly connected to him, and even Blenner gave no updates on his client's whereabouts or activities after the initial claim. The wall of privacy was total. What's particularly striking is the contrast with other major jackpot winners from the same era. Edwin Castro, who won $2.04 billion in November 2022, also went private, but his purchases were documented. His mansions made headlines. His cars were photographed. His legal battles were public record. Even in his silence, Castro left footprints. Shane left none. And as the years passed, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, the question stopped being, "What is Shane doing?" and started being something more unsettling. Is Shane okay? Where the story lands. The most likely truth, and the one most people who've studied his case believe, is that Shane Missler simply did what he said he was going to do. He took the money, protected himself legally and financially from day one, moved somewhere private, and built a quiet life away from the cameras. No scandals have emerged, no bankruptcy filings, no criminal records, no missing persons reports. By every available measure, Shane Missler is alive and simply choosing not to be found. And honestly, that might make him one of the most disciplined lottery winners in American history, if the story ends the way it appears to. Think about it. Every winner who went public, who did the interviews, posted the photos, showed off the purchases, eventually became a target for lawsuits, for family members they'd never met, for scammers, for people who felt entitled to a piece of their luck. Shane saw all of that coming at age 20 and said no. He built a legal wall around himself before he even touched the money. He named his company Secret 007, and he meant it. Today, Shane Missler is somewhere around 27 or 28 years old. He could be anywhere in the world, living any life he chose. And the fact that nobody knows which life that is, that's not a tragedy. That might actually be the win. Most lottery winners spend years trying to get their privacy back after losing it. Shane never gave it up in the first place. So the next time someone asks you what you'd do if you won $450 million, maybe the real answer isn't the mansion or the yacht or the Instagram post. Maybe the real answer is exactly what Shane did. Disappear quietly into the best version of your life and never look back. If Shane's story made you think twice about what you'd really do with that kind of money, wait until you hear about the winner who did the exact opposite. Went completely public, spent everything, and ended up with nothing. That story is next.